Everybody move in. Morning. A couple of reminders when it gets cold and we're indoors in here, no smoking in the meeting. Not everybody likes to smoke. Cigarettes put out before the meeting starts or whatever you're smoking. Christmas party stuff came out yesterday, man. Let's try and kind of let somebody know if you're going or not so they can get a head count. For those of you that went last year, it's a good time. If you didn't make it last year, go this year, it's a good time. If you plan on going, plan it around doing it safely. Y'all know what we're talking about. There'll be adult beverages there. Just try and maintain. We'll all have a good time. It's a good party, it's good food, and it's something that John wants us to participate in because he's giving it for us. So hope to see every one of y'all there. No band this year, just music with a DJ. Possibly some karaoke. First thing I want to talk about, fellas, is make sure when you come into work, and we furnishing all your PPE. At this point, the only thing we don't get for you is your work boots and buy you your clothes. We all know what's acceptable and what's unacceptable, and certainly having holes all in your clothes is unacceptable. It's a hazard. We don't want to have to start policing. We don't want to have to come up with a policy saying what size hole is acceptable. We want you to use good common sense. And when you need to replace something, replace it. As always, we'll work with you, but as an organization, we don't want to send anybody home and say you need to go buy a pair of jeans and come back to work. So just keep an eye on it, fellas, and make sure that we're doing the right thing. Made some, a few days ago, made some rounds and did some, the HSE department does a formal hazard assessment across the yard annually, and we started on it the other day. Yes, you saw us come through the shops, and in particular this shop. Some things to look for, fellas, and this is on a daily basis. We're supposed to keep access to the electrical panels. I know it's tough, but look, here's what we're looking for, some suggestions. We've got a lot of toolboxes in here, and we've got a lot of things. We're supposed to keep access, certainly, to eye wash stations, free and clear. If somebody needs to get to it, he doesn't have to worry about moving something. Electrical panels, we're supposed to have access to. So keep that in mind. Try and help us figure out some kind of way we can organize this stuff, but I do appreciate the fact that you guys went through and tightened up everything, and the shop looks good. Across the yard, things are looking good. Another thing that I encountered that we continue to reinforce, I saw some things and don't know what they are in a container because they're not marked. Y'all know what they are, fellas. And if I didn't think y'all knew what they were, I'd get them out of the loop. Let me know. If y'all need some little containers, if y'all need some labels, because what I've said in here time after time is, you're going to find a 10K bottle or something, and that's what you're going to put something in. Well, the 10K bottle I saw certainly has something in it that anybody in their right mind wouldn't pick up and drink. But the standard tells us what to do, and you should just be doing it the right way. So what you guys need can be filled out on a card. You can tell your supervisor. You can shoot us an email. You can reply to us on the website. You can come find us, throw a rock at us, do what you need to do. And what you need, we're going to go ahead and get to keep somebody from getting into a precarious situation with an unknown product in a bottle. I noticed some flammables stored fairly close to battery chargers and stuff. Take a look at those things, fellas. That's some things that can get us into trouble. So be the leader, straighten it out, take the time to move the things, take the time to talk to somebody else. There's not any one person that can police the whole yard. We try and keep our eyes open, but we depend on you guys as well. That's how the safety management system works at VersaBar. Behavior-based safety, we're all empowered to be out there on a daily basis, taking care of deficiencies in the safety program. shop heaters are going to come around, and we talked about it last week, so just make sure, if you're not real sure where one needs to be, go get somebody. Look to the guys who have been over here for a while. They're the experts. They should be able to lead you in the right direction. If you need some help, get some help. If you don't understand what we're doing, it's perfectly acceptable to stop before you proceed and go get someone and get some help. I prefer that over, I think I know how to do it. We're always better off when we're cocksure about doing something. I'm going to get Steve to sweep the rocks going out. I think Jay brought up the rocks leaving the parking lot. Here's the inherent risk up there, man. I think I can get out before this car, and then as soon as you hit it, your tire starts spinning, so you get halfway out maybe. So be aware of that, fellas. I don't know that we can sweep that down every day. He did it for a while. He just forgets, so I'm going to remind him today. Y'all continue to remind us. It's something that we have to deal with. But that's a very dangerous place to pull out of, to pull into. We hadn't had a whole lot of chatter about the parking lot. What does that mean? We're watching what we're doing, right? All the things that we quit hearing in here, man, it's good news, you know? We're going to have to continue to reinforce some things, and those come down the pike through the safety topics and things like that. But there's a lot of things that we used to speak about quite a bit over here, man, that you just don't hear anymore. That's good news, fellas. We've let some things go because it's just become automatic to us. And that's all we're asking for here, fellas. Some method to the madness. Come in here to this place of employment, again, man, it can't be a cakewalk, and sometimes, to be honest with you, where's Miss Anita? Some pretty fucked up things can happen over here. I'm sorry about what happened with the paychecks. John is, everybody is, fellas, but it was not intentional. It's the wrong time for it to happen, I don't know. There wasn't any right time for it to happen, but at the beginning of the year, it probably would have been a lesser burden, but it was unintentional. So nobody got to pick when it happened. And I have to say, man, I appreciate all you guys understanding and dealing with it like grown people. Everybody in here understands that if you need something done, Reed sent you a letter with your check. We want to do something for you. We don't suffer any kind of hardship because of a mistake, but we got our ups and downs, fellas. All in all, we got work. We're coming in here. We don't have too much to worry about in terms of being employed, having our health insurance. And I don't know if you turn on the TV when you get home, but we're the few. We're not the many at this particular point in time in the history of this country we wake up in. So try to find on any given day something to be thankful for instead of something to be pissed off about. Makes your day a little better to deal with. Again, I'm talking to myself as well because, fellas, I get pissed off too. We all do. Things can frustrate us. And when things like this payroll things happen over here, I wonder about the demeanor of everybody out there on the yard. That's what scares me about it. I think financially we can take care of whatever took place. But if you're out there worried about how am I going to do Christmas, or how am I going to pay my car note, or how am I going to pay my house note, you're out there and you're more of a hazard than you are when you're thinking about what you're doing. So it's not easy to let it roll off your back, but it's a done deal. Let's move forward. Let's move into the holiday season. Continue to watch what we're doing. Continue to catch the things before they catch us and correct them, and we'll all be all right, fellas. What y'all got?
Somebody may not have brought up the thought about over there in a while, but them double rods ain't the best thing to have right there, I don't believe. I don't know where they came from all of a sudden.
Those little bitty rocks we can't find the right size rock over here, fellas. That's why we just have to watch. You know, the dynamic might change to big rocks that you got to watch tripping on. So again, we try. We got a lot of things in the works, fellas. Got a lot of things that are going to change around this facility. We had a real successful BB 10,000 season. We're moving into a new year next year that's going to be more heavily topside work than any previous year. You know, sooner or later, there's no more platforms on the bottom of the Gulf to pick up, thanks to us. And we have to move on, and we have to keep this spread working. So it's going to be a lot of topside work. It's going to be a somewhat new dynamic to us. We've done several this year with success, but moving on to new territory, and there's still some chatter about Alaska. There's still some chatter about California. There's still some things out there that, and lay low for a little while, and all of a sudden they pop up and go, hey man, we got a job in California, probably gonna last 18 months. So the company's in good shape. Anybody who saw in Popular Science magazine, we made it into Popular Science magazine this month. I think a mass email was sent out, so it's a place you can walk out of every day. I can't say it enough, and I think be proud of. We got our problems, who doesn't? The thing about it is, man, if you're not part of the solution, you are part of the problem. Tell us what needs to happen over here. Again, I can't promise it'll happen by tomorrow. Fellas, we're looking for you guys to tell us what we need in these shops, what we need out here on the yard. And I know some of you are going to sit back and say, I've been telling you I don't have it yet. Got a big forklift came on the yard yesterday or day before, I'm not sure. So we can't move ahead and buy everything we need at one time, man, because I think we probably wind up just having to cut some people loose. We have to watch how the money's spent. We have to spend it wisely. We have to take input from you guys and assess what we actually need. But that's how business works, fellas. And we're trying to do the best we can. But any input from you guys is valuable to us. Continue to give it to us. Who else?
We'll talk about donations. Throughout the year, I've been here 8 years, and I appreciate everybody's effort in donating. I'm gonna tell you, everybody in lifetime they're gonna go through something, but Keith Harvey would like to pass a little donation fund. He's still out at this time, and we'll get Jason Rutledge and Charles usually handles this, but we're gonna go around and try to do a collection. We're gonna do it throughout a few days. It doesn't matter what you give, but if you can give a little bit, it'll definitely help out. I think Mr. Harvey received one check and it's going on a month and a half. It's $200. So if you're not financially set up and have something on the side, y'all keep that in mind, because you'll definitely get yourself in a bind. And we're all subject at one time or another when we're gonna go through something. But you know, if everybody can participate in that, we appreciate it. He's one of the first guys that I know right off the bat that'll give for anybody that's here. So let's all try to pull together. Like I said, I'll get Jason and we'll get a couple guys on the other end try to go around and help out a little bit.
Say something about that, fellas. You know, we talk about an injury can take you out. It can be a financial hardship. I mean, we've got long-term and short-term disability. There's some people on this yard that you can talk to that have had to utilize that. It doesn't start coming to you the day after you leave work. Beside an injury, a health problem can put you in a pretty bad situation. So it doesn't have to be something that you injured yourself doing over here at work. It can just be straight up a health problem. We got guys over here, we got from one end of the spectrum to the other. We got bodybuilders and we got guys that jog, and we got guys like me that don't do a whole lot. Try to maintain your health. It'll carry you through. Try to live a healthy life. I'm not up here preaching to anybody. I'm just understanding and seeing what happens with people, what we go through, and that's the health end of it. That's a lot of times why we're talking about don't come to work sick to get a bunch of other people sick. That's why we're talking about keeping areas clean and hygiene and stuff. And just in general, man, try to live a somewhat healthy life. And if you want to keep living, man, that's part of it, I believe.
Brad, even like when we leave here, we need to take safety home with us, because I mean, back in March, I was cleaning my backyard, just picking up sticks. Didn't think nothing of it.